Okay, General Electric. General Electric is a Fortune 500 company. Their main focus is making products that has to do with anything electrical. That dictates aviation, healthcare, power, renewable energy, digital industry, additive manufacturing, venture capital and finance, lighting and oil and gas. In 1892, a merger of Edison General Electric Company and Thomson Houston Electric Company came to form General Electric. Some of the products they've made vary from engines, refrigerators, and computers. General Electric introduced superchargers in World War One, World War Two, and supplied over 300,000 turbo superchargers for use in fighter and bomber engines. In May 2017, General Electric had signed $15 billion of business deals with Saudi Arabia, which led to Saudi Arabia being General Electric's largest customers. This just gives you an idea of how big this company has been for, like, in terms of, like, wars, and just how influential it's been over the years in other countries, bringing a mass amount of jobs over the countries. This is a picture of General Electric and the logo. Okay, hydrogen powered gas turbine. This is just one of the things, or most recent things, that they have been working on to, demonstrate that they are really trying to change and make a difference in the world. Hydrogen ready turbines could also play a big role in the world's effort for reducing carbon emissions, lowering if you blend hydrogen with natural gas supplied to these turbines, it could cut a big portion of the world's carbon emissions. For example, using a 5% blend of hydrogen in the natural gas supply to General Electric's 9F.3 gas turbine reduces an annual CO2 emissions by nearly 19,000 metric tons. A 50% blend saves 281,000 tons, and while a 95% blend cuts CO2 emissions by a whopping 1.04 million tons. That's equal to the yearly carbon footprint of approximately 70,000 Americans. So that could be a big dent in the CO2 emissions. Some chemistry related professions in this field could be a chemist. You would need a PhD or a bachelor's degree. A scientist, a bachelor's, a master's degree. A chemical engineer, which you could need a bachelor's degree or higher. These are just like for entry level positions, just to get started. Of course, you could get higher. Pharmacist, you would need a doctoral or a professional degree, and a laboratory technician, you would need a bachelor's degree, also entry level position and such. And here are my sites for that, for General Electric. Now going into fuel formulation specialist. Okay, formulation chemistry is the branch of manufacturing that addresses substances that do not react with each other but have desirable properties as a mixture. These products would include paints, varnishes, cosmetics, petroleum products, inks, adhesives, detergents, pesticides, and a broad range of household products. So just basically like about everyday use things, different from, things that like you could make blow up, or these are still would be flammable, but not so much as too much of a chemical reaction, but do still use chemicals when making. Formulation chemists calculate in kilograms or tons rather than moles, and place more emphasis on solubility than molecular weight when making products. So I guess it would seem like a little bit less strict when mixing stuff. You don't have to give it to the exact point of what you would need for some formulas. They either work in factories to manufacture the product or in a lab formulating new chemicals to form new products. So like, there's still the research aspect of it, but there's also the manufacturing aspect of it, so you know what they use, what right to use, and just like make sure everything is going well and the chemicals are mixed right to make the product. Common chemicals used in this field: as for paints, titanium dioxide will be used most likely. In cosmetics, acetone or ethyl acetate will be used. Detergents, carbon tetrachloride is most of the time used when making detergents. Sunscreen, zinc oxide, and titanium dioxide is used. Hair coloring products, hydrogen peroxide and ammonia is used. For deodorants, most of the chemical makeup of it is used with aluminum chloride. Gasoline, these are the chemicals being benzene, ethanol, methanol, or methanol cyclopentadiene, magnesium tricarbonate or MMT, heptane or octane. And pesticides would be dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane, or DDT for short. Those will be the chemicals used to make up commonly when your formulation specialists were making these products. Of course, they would be specialized in whatever products they would be making. Education and salary. For really to get started in this career, you would just need a bachelor's degree in chemistry, just for the entry-level positions. And according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, it states that a median salary for all chemists in general could be up to $74,000 as of May 2017. And I find this to be the most notable source when it comes to wages. Of course, like I've seen some other like Glassdoor or other sites very different from like 50,000 to say some people who work in cosmetics aspect of the formulation will make like 100 up to like 120,000. But this is the most generalized form because being a chemist, it kind of falls into the same category. And here are my sites, and there goes my presentation for both of those. Thank you.